Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Pat Johnson. I'm here on behalf of Texas Towing Compliance, a group that works with victims of illegal towing and rogue events by licensees of this company, this agency. First of all, I want to wish condolences to Detective Michael Wayne Tucker, wife over in San Antonio, who passed away a couple weeks ago. Michael Tucker was a lead man on the towing issues in San Antonio, who fought hard and out in the trenches to try to uphold the law, but got zero help from this agency. Here are some of the issues that we consider disasters for 2012 that this agency is responsible for. Reduce fines for repeat offenders. Companies allowed to reincorporate to avoid fines. We're seeing this all through the Dallas and the Houston area. Merlin Transport, Eller Tow, $15,000, $30,000 in fines. They just reincorporate. Agency issues them another license. Where is the deterrent? There's no deterrent. You renew licenses to the companies who make zero efforts on paying their fines. This agency has done absolutely zero to hold the record drivers responsible for their actions. You want to fine companies left and right $10,000, $15,000, but it's your pool of drivers that you send to them that you license. You must remember now, in the next session of the legislature, the people who pushed the changes through the laws we've seen that we're dealing with, the problems we're dealing with today, every one of those people were voted out of office. Tuffy Hamilton. He's pushed the kickback thing, said we can give signs away. We're going to change all that in the next session. We have people who want to change the law back to the way it was before it was being allowed to be manipulated by this agency and the Southwest tow operators. You know, there's better people to represent the industry than the people who sit on that advisory board. Joanne Messina, her company, got busted by your own agency for towing cars without authority to do so. So yet you got somebody advising you on how to regulate their industry, and they're committing violations themselves. Sad. Now, you want to come up here and praise this group, Southwest Tow Operators. There's good people in that organization, but Jess Horton is not one of them. You can ask Mark Dennison over in Humble at Parkwright, when Dan Messina and Jess Horton moved over there and started buying up companies, they burned him, and he's a retired Houston, Harris County deputy that went in the towing industry to support his family. Jess Horton and them went in there and tried to buy him out and burned him to the tune of $15,000, and they still out that money. So these are people you're taking advice from that are out there to try to corrupt the industry into making people work the system to their benefit, and the consumers repeatedly get burned over and over and over. There's not been one case filed with SOA in the last 2 months against a towing company for violating the rules. Why is that? And allowing a company to reincorporate to avoid a $50,000 fine, what does that benefit? Who does that benefit? And then you offer payment plans to companies, just like one here in Austin, A&A Record. You offer them a payment plan, and they get nabbed a second time for committing more violations. What is the purpose of giving payment plans to repeat offenders? If you violate probation when you're on parole, you go to penitentiary. You violate the rule for TDLR, you get a payment plan, you pay out for 5 years, and you can still commit violations, and there's no deterrent. Unless there is a deterrent to uphold the law and obey the law, companies are going to continue to violate the law. And this issue about, Jess Hart made a comment, I watched the advisory board, he said multi-generational companies will be affected by a rule change that will require a license for each address of a VSF. If you change that rule, you're going to be robbing cities and municipalities around this state of the sales tax dollars that are collected in those VSFs. And if you take an opportunity to go through and check the database with the state controller, you will find out that 60% of the members of the Southwest Tow Operator Group are not in good standings with the state controller.
Mr. Johnson, you've been going about 5 minutes. You can kind of wrap it up.
So, 2013, y'all need to think about who you represent. Governor Perry or the citizens of Texas. Because I know for a fact that Perry wouldn't put people up here who would do what's best for the interest of the public. It's not always about business. It's businesses who want to survive and businesses who are put out of business because of corruption within the towing industry. Thank you.
Thank you. We have two gentlemen who have signed up to testify under item G, a rule change. Do you wish to give your testimony now or wait until that item comes up?